Hi.
Hi,
Please share your name, where you're coming from.
my name's Rafia and I'm from the UK.
Nice to meet you, Raphael. So, how did you get to know about the Kampala International Theatre Festival?
I think I was doing some Googling and kind of came upon it by happenstance. So it was a happy accident that I found out about it.
Wow. So, from Google, and then you got enough information and you got here.
Yeah, because I was already coming to East Africa to go to Kenya for their international festival in Nairobi. And then when I saw the dates of Kampala International Theatre Festival, it was perfect because then I could go to one festival and then come here for Kampala's.
Wow. So, how would you say that your experience has been so far?
I had a really good experience. I feel like East Africa is a really welcoming place and I've seen some really interesting work and met some interesting artists. So yeah, it was a really good experience.
Okay, that's interesting to note. But you also, why are you? What do you do in the creative arts space? How come you're interested in theatre that much that you could fly to East Africa just to have some of these experiences?
Yeah, so I'm a theatre producer from the UK and I have just set up a new company called Rafia Hussein Productions, and we are specialising in telling black and brown stories, and I'm really interested in that, theatre being a dialogue that is cross diaspora and cross cultural, and so I really wanted to get to know artists from Africa, Asia, and have conversations across those borders. So that was my interest for coming.
Okay, how would you say that your experience so far for Kampala International Theatre Festival and the Kenya International Theatre Festival, how would you say that has shifted your perspective of art generally?
Yeah, I think I've definitely been opened up to a different way of making theatre, and so it's been really interesting for me to learn about how theatre is made here and kind of how that is different to the UK, and think of different theatre practices that happen here that don't happen in the UK that I think maybe could be good learning for the UK about how we can also do things differently to how we currently do them. And yeah, I've had interesting conversations with artists about what's similar and what's different, and I think it's been a two-way learning experience, I think. So it's been really good.
Okay, thank you very much. Would you exhibit or showcase your work at KITF?
Yeah, definitely in the future. I think this was really good for me to come and experience the festival and get to know what the festival is about. But yeah, I definitely would like to bring work here in the future.
Hey, thank you. Very pleased to meet you. Is there something that you'd like to share with anyone out there, especially someone who has aspirations in the creative space, before we conclude?
I would just say learn as much as possible and speak to people as much as possible, and persevere. It's not an easy industry to get into, but I think it can be worth it.
Ciao. Wow. Thank you very much, Rafia. Very pleased to meet you. Very pleased to have you at KITF. And we are hoping to see you next year and for many more festivals.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.